Okay, so have you ever looked at your fireplace and just thought, man, it's time for an upgrade? You're probably thinking about something that not only pumps out some really great heat, but also just looks fantastic, right? Yeah, a real centerpiece. Easy to use too, of course. We don't want to have to go back to school to figure out how to use our fireplace.
Exactly.
If that sounds like you, welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at Regency's brand new Atmosphere collection of gas fireplace inserts. We've been going through tons of information on these things.
Yeah, you really found a lot of great resources for this deep dive. We have just about everything, all those nitty-gritty details you find on the product pages and feature sheets. Plus, we found some great comparison documents, too. It's given us a really clear picture of what this new line is all about.
It really has. So what we're going to try to do today is really get under the hood of these Atmosphere inserts, highlight some of the key advancements, especially this infusion burner technology. We keep seeing it everywhere. We also want to take a closer look at the different models. The G25LE, the G27LE, the G29LE, and the G33LE. Of course, we'll touch on that Regency Limited Lifetime Warranty as well. Think of this as us doing the heavy lifting so you don't have to. By the end, you'll know if these advanced gas inserts are right for you.
Sounds good. So I think the first thing that jumps out is that Regency is really pushing this as an all-new collection, the Atmosphere collection. They're not treating it like a minor update or a refresh or anything. This is a whole new generation of gas inserts. And their tagline really says it all. Elevate realism and elevate your expectations. They're setting the bar pretty high.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it sounds like they're not just trying to make things a little bit more efficient or add a couple of fancy features. They want to completely change the way we think about gas fireplaces, especially when it comes to how they look and how easy they are to use on a daily basis. I think a lot of people are hesitant about gas fireplaces because the flames just don't look as real as a wood fire. But it sounds like they're really trying to address that concern with this new collection.
Right. And they're also focusing on making installation as easy as possible. If you've ever tried to upgrade a fireplace before you know, it can be a real pain. So I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. So it seems like the whole Atmosphere collection is built around one key innovation, their patent-pending infusion burner technology.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's not just on one or two models. It's a core feature of the entire lineup.
And from what I'm seeing, the main goal of this technology is to create flames that look and behave more like a real wood-burning fire. I think one of the product pages even says something like, innovative infusion burner that creates the most realistic flame package.
Yep.
So it sounds like they've really focused on creating a multi-port gas delivery system and then combining that with strategically placed ceramic logs. The result is more dynamic and varied flame patterns.
Yeah.
It mimics the unpredictability of a real wood fire.
Exactly. So you can really see that they're shifting their focus to the overall experience. It's not just about heating your home anymore. It's about creating a beautiful and realistic focal point in your living room.
Makes sense. Okay, so let's dive into the models themselves and see how this technology is being implemented. We'll start with the G25LE.
Right.
This one's labeled as extra small. Seems like it's designed for those smaller fireplaces where you don't have a lot of space to work with. But even though it's compact, it still has a 212 square inch viewing area.
And it says it's suitable for small rooms.
Okay, so not a huge room.
Right. But what's interesting is that they didn't skimp on the technology just because it's a smaller model. You still get that infusion burner.
That's great.
Yeah. And in terms of heating capacity, the G25LE has a maximum BTU output of 20,500 per hour for both natural gas and propane. And you can turn it down to 14,500 BTU if you need to. It also uses a standard 3-inch exhaust and 3-inch air intake. That's pretty common and makes installation easier in most cases.
So it's compact but still packs a punch.
Exactly.
What about features?
Oh, it's loaded with features. Let's see. It has that InvisiMesh safety screen, so you get a completely unobstructed view of the flames. No more ugly black screens.
That's always a plus.
Yeah. It also has electronic ignition, a ProFlame 2 remote, a variable speed blower. The G25LE also comes with that limited lifetime warranty that we talked about earlier. And you have a lot of options for customizing the look. You can choose different faceplates, log sets, and interior panels. The interior panels come in rustic brown, volcanic black, or herringbone. It also has a flush installation, so it looks really sleek and integrated. And if you want to control it with your phone, there's an optional app and a Wi-Fi kit. The one thing it doesn't have is ember lighting.
Oh, interesting. I don't know if that's because of the smaller size or just a design choice.
Yeah, it's hard to say, but it's something to keep in mind.
Okay, so let's move on to the G27LE. This is the small model.
Right. And it says it's good for small to medium rooms.
So basically the next step up from the G25LE.
Exactly. It's a little bit bigger and has a higher BTU output. The maximum for natural gas is 25,000 BTU per hour and 22,000 for propane. You can turn it down to 17,000 for natural gas and 17,500 for propane, so a little more heat than the G25LE. And it still uses a standard 3-inch vent.
Okay, so the core features are pretty similar then.
Yeah, you still get the infusion burner technology, the Invisimesh screen, electronic ignition, the ProFlame 2 remote, and a variable speed blower.
Same customization options.
Pretty much. You have the same choices for faceplates and log sets, but they do add a couple more options for the interior panels. You can choose Castle Stone, which looks really cool, and some configurations have a reflective black glass option.
Oh, wow, that sounds modern.
Yeah, it does. And this model does come standard with Ember bed lights.
Nice. So it has that extra touch of realism.
Yep. And you still have the flush installation and the option for app control.
Great. Okay, so we've covered the extra small and the small models. Let's move on to the medium model. The G29.
Yeah, the G29.
This one is supposed to fit in most fireplaces. It also has a really big viewing area, 362 square inches, and it's recommended for medium to large rooms.
Yeah, that's a lot of space for the flames to dance around in.
It is. Okay, so the BTU rating for this one is 31,500 for both natural gas and propane, and it can be turned down to 17,000. That's quite a bit of heat.
It is. Still uses a standard 3-inch vent.
Got it. And I noticed that this model comes in a couple of different configurations. There's the LE version and the LU version. What's the difference?
Good catch. Yeah, the LE version is the one we've been talking about so far. It has all the bells and whistles, infusion burner, Invisimesh screen, electronic ignition, ProFlame 2 remote, variable speed blower, Ember bed lights.
It has it all.
Yeah, and it still comes with a limited lifetime warranty and all the customization options for faceplates, log sets, and interior panels. You can choose from rustic brown, volcanic black, herringbone, castle stone, and reflective black glass. It has the flush installation, the optional app control.
Okay, I think we get the picture. What about the LU version?
So the LU version is a bit more basic. It has a standing pilot light, a simple on-off remote, and a standard fan. It doesn't have Ember bed lights or that fancy multifunction remote.
So it's a good option for people who maybe want to save a little bit of money.
Exactly.
Cool. I like that they offer different options for different needs. Now let's talk about the biggest model in the Atmosphere collection, the G33LE. This one's labeled as large.
Right, for those big, spacious rooms. And it has a massive viewing area, 522 square inches. This thing is a statement piece.
Yeah, no kidding. What about heat output?
Okay, so this one's the powerhouse of the group. Maximum BTU output is 38,500 for natural gas and 36,000 for propane. And you can turn it down to 20,500 for natural gas and 20,000 for propane. That's a lot of heat.
Wow.
One thing to note is that the exhaust vent size is bigger on this model, 4 inches instead of 3. The air intake is still 3 inches, though.
Makes sense. You need a bigger vent to handle all that heat. Okay, so features.
Well, it has everything we've talked about so far. The infusion burner, Invisimesh screen, electronic ignition, ProFlame 2 remote, variable speed blower, Ember bed lights, direct vent technology, limited lifetime warranty.
You name it, it has it.
Pretty much. And of course, it comes with all the customization options as well.
Great. So we've covered all 4 models. The G25LE, G27LE, G29LE, and G33LE. They range in size from extra small to large, but they all feature that innovative infusion burner technology and have a focus on both aesthetics and ease of use.
Exactly. And they all come with that great Regency limited lifetime warranty.
Right. So let's talk a little bit more about that warranty.
Okay. So the limited lifetime warranty is a really big deal, especially for a product like this. It basically means that Regency stands behind the quality of their products, and it gives you peace of mind knowing that your investment is protected.
Absolutely. It shows that they're confident in their craftsmanship, and they do mention that their fireplaces are made in North America.
Yeah, which is another good sign. They use quality materials and stand behind their products. Of course, it's always a good idea to read the fine print of the warranty on their website just to make sure you understand what's covered and what's not. But overall, it's great warranty.
Okay, so to wrap things up, let's just quickly recap what we've learned about the Regency Atmosphere line. The key innovation is that infusion burner technology. It creates incredibly realistic flames that are almost indistinguishable from a real wood fire. They offer a range of models to fit different fireplace sizes and heating needs, and they all come with that reassuring limited lifetime warranty.
That's a great summary.
So if you're thinking about upgrading your fireplace with a gas insert, I would definitely recommend checking out the Atmosphere collection. They seem to have thought of everything.
I agree.
If you want to learn more, you can visit the Regency website. They have all the details there. You can see the specs for each model, download brochures, and even use their online fireplace design center to play around with different customization options. You can also find a local dealer if you want to see these fireplaces in person.
Great advice.
So as you're exploring your options, think about how far fireplace technology has come. It's not just about heat anymore. It's about creating a beautiful and inviting space in your home, a place where you can relax and enjoy the ambiance. That's what the Atmosphere collection is all about.
Well said. And it makes you wonder, what's next? How will technology continue to shape the way we experience our homes in the future? That's something I'm really excited to see.
Me too. All right, that's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time.